Jim, tonight we have the 2007 class of Hall of Fame of Liberty Center, I guess track, football, and some other sports here. Along with the, we have Nate Baer, football. We have Tim Myers, Brian Dotson, Lucas Bodenbender, Matt Leininger, Nick Hill are the individuals being introduced tonight, and along with the individuals will be the 1998 state track team champions, coached by, I'm not sure, okay. And also we have the runner-up 1998 Liberty Center football team.
Oh, there's an awful lot of Tiger pride standing before us now out there, Tom. They've put some trophies in the case there, you know, for the school. They've got their plaques on the wall, and you know, they're quite proud to be recognized here tonight, and it's just a nice honor, the Hall of Fame here.
Here are the coaches now. It's Jim Kusher. That's the name.
John Kusher there.
John Kusher.
Oh,
John
yeah,
Kusher.
Coach Kush.
Jim, I see a lot of these guys are on the football team. We're also on the state championship track team. So we have quite an assembly of players from the Liberty Center School.
Oh, yeah, and the Tiger faithful giving them some nice recognition here, and it is an honor. Athletes, when they graduate from the old alma mater, they hope their marks were good enough to get them included in the Hall of Fame sometime, and that's very apparent here tonight.
And rightfully so, their picture will go up in the cafeteria area in the school along with many other plaques. So that is our 2007 Hall of Fame class. All fans, we are here tonight to bring you the broadcast of TV5's Game of the Week from Liberty Center, where the visiting 3-0 Patrick Henry Patriots take on the 3-0 undefeated Liberty Center Tigers. My name is Tom Fry, and I'm standing in for Spike Whitman, who is once again on a softball holiday in Florida. With me is Spike's 11-year sidekick, Mr. Jim Leatherman, and the man on the camera is the unflappable Landis Utopia Burmeister. Jim, in your 11 years, how many times can you count where Game 4 of the football season comes around and both these teams match up and they're both undefeated?
Well, quite a few times, Tom. I don't have that right on the tip of my tongue, but I do know that the Tigers kind of owned Big Red for 6 years prior to this 5-year stretch that Big Red's got going right now. So, boy, this just shapes up to be a wonderful football game. The Tiger Stadium here, the field out there has been totally redone this year, and what with all the rain and whatnot, and even the dry stretch in the summer, it's absolutely beautiful. The Tigers did not host a game earlier in these real rainy nights, and so it looks wonderful. But what a game, and high school football really doesn't get any better than a rivalry in a night like this, Tom.
It's big time in Henry County. Jim, the track looks fast. Patrick Henry leads the overall series here, 23-14. But since Rex Lindgren has gotten here, he's evened it up. At the first 14 years, Patrick Henry jumped out to a 13-2 advantage. And when Rex Lindgren showed up in 1985, since then, they've been 12-10. He has narrowed the gap a little bit. Maybe this is a little bit different Patrick Henry team than we're used to, Jim. You know, last year and the years before, that they relied a lot on their passing game. I think tonight, they said on the radio the other day that you will find that this quarterback will go with an empty backfield, and they will hike it to the quarterback, and he will just run it. I think they're going to come out with a little bit of a running game tonight.
Well, if they can make the run work, I'm sure they maybe even prefer that. They've got 3 backs, Tom, that's already rushed for 200-plus yards in the 3 games previous to this, and that is a lot of yards. Man, that's a lot of yards. They got Gary Cole, and then Tom Bush, the quarterback, and Drew Cusel. We've heard about him for a number of years. So, yeah, they can run the ball, and they can also put it up, which we kind of think of a Patrick Henry team being able to do it. But, yeah, they've each got a state championship hanging in the school. So these are storied programs Tom, and the coaches and a lot of people, the prognosticators kind of favor Big Red. They figure the Tigers maybe are a year off from really being strong, but we've seen our Tigers play awful good, hard, learning, tough football to this stage in this season.
Jim, you talked about the championships, state championships. The Liberties came in 1997, and Patrick Henry's came in 2005. One more point I'd like to make, Jim, is you were talking about the 3 running backs. We're talking a little experience here. They are seniors. They're going to show some leadership. And don't get us wrong, they will put the ball in the air. But I think a lot of it's they're going to run the ball, then pass. As in different times, they would pass, then open up the run. We have the kickoff here. Liberty Center is kicking off, defending the west goal. Chad McClory will do the honors for the kickoff. Standing deep for Patrick Henry, Drew Cruzel in the middle. Nick Powers,
number 1 over there.
Yeah, and Luke George. We're all set to go, Jim. Hang on to your hat. Here we go. McClory puts a foot into the ball, way down to about the 14-yard line. That's Cruzel up the middle. Cuts to the outside. He's got an alley. Cuts back to the inside. Into the pursuit. Looks like number 74, right? Brandon Neff and
number 6, Andy Speece also got in on him, but Tigers got a little bottled up there. Some nice downfield blocking there by the Patriots, and so sets them up with a real good field position on the opening possession here.
About a 38-yard return, brings it up over midfield, down to the 49-yard line of the Liberty Center Tigers. Tom Bush, there's the quarterback, senior quarterback. Hands off to Cruzel off the left side. He is dumped. I think Joe Bodenbender. I don't know who's in the bottom. Derek Hefflinger?
Yep.
That's a good play, Jim.
Well, maybe Perchlik also, but Bodenbender knifed through and got him a scant 2-yard pickup right there.
Yeah, 2-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 8. Just underway here. We have 2 receivers right, 1 in the slot. Cole, Bush is in the shotgun. Bush is going to take off right up the middle. He's hit by number 88, Adam Quigley, was underneath that.
All right, we've seen rush, and it's 3rd down and about 4, Tom. But one thing this young Tiger group, and there are a lot of sophomores out there, seem to be real good at is providing help to each other. The safeties and the deep people, when they smell a run, they come up and fill very quickly.
Jim, I'll tell you that Bush is 195 pounds. He's a load. He's back to pass. He looks left, throws left, incomplete. Wide of the target, guarded by number 7, Damian Mays and Hefflinger. Boy, Jim, that's a big 3rd down.
Yeah, a little pressure there from the Tiger interior line, but that pass was way off. So Tigers hold on that initial possession, and that is absolutely key. Now it is a short, a little over 4 yards to go. Maybe some trickery, but I rather think maybe the Patriots will want to pin the Tigers on the goal line.
One thing the Tigers have to watch out for, number 12, Tom Bush, is the punter. He's averaging over 35 yards a kick. So he's standing about his 47, gets the kick away, a long, high ball, down to about the 5-yard. Damian Mays picks it up, cuts to the right. He's brought down just for about a maybe 5-yard gain.
Looks like they're going to line it up right exactly on the 10 there, Tom. So Tiger offense coming out, try and set that for you after a while, is make sure that...
We will pick up that lineup. We have Brandon Stacy, number 62, Gene Zinn, number 59, Alan Sharp, number 51, Philip Miller, the right tackle, and number 76 would be Andrew Schwab, and Adam Quigley, number 88, is the tight end.
And Danny Irving split out here wide to
Brown under
left.
center. Quick pitch, I think, to Elling. He's brought down for, oh boy, Cruzel blitz through for about a 4-yard loss. That's going to be back down to about the 6-yard line. That's going to make it about 2nd and 14. Jim, they gamble on defense. They come from all angles.
Yeah, well, there's a time to gamble when they got their Tigers pinned that tight. They took over here their first possession on the 10-yard line. They can put their ears back and really bring it.
Elling the lone setback. Brown under center. He's back to pass. He's looking, throw. Complete to Damian Mays in the left flats. He's brought down immediately. But he's up to probably the 13, 14-yard line.
Yeah, I'll give him clear up to the 14 there, Tom, and so that makes things look a little better, but it's still going to be third and, about 5, long 5, probably 6.
Third and a long 5, but Jim, I think that's crucial that you do throw a little bit of that. It loosens up that defense a little bit. They're going to have to get out and cover it.
Yep.
Okay, we have 3rd and 7 from the 14-yard line. 2 guys in the backfield. Brown hands off to, oh, he's still got the ball. I thought Perchlik had the ball. He's sacked back about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that might have been a quarterback draw, or perhaps he was going to turn and try to throw something over here by the sideline, but real good penetration there by the Patriot front wall, and no place to go for Patrick Brown.
That's a loss. Okay.
We've seen some real good punts there by
Jacob Howard.
Yeah, by
Howard gets his foot, a high, booming punt. Fair catch called for by Kuzel. He gets away from it. They said no. They said he didn't touch it.
Well, he was watching, but it sure looked like it was awful close. So actually, the Tiger, and that'd be McClory, did the right thing. If you think that ball might have been touched, take it and go. Yeah, just per chance it was, but no, they said no, and
Jim,
so
that was
a short field here.
That was a 31-yard punt by Howard. The key to that was he got a lot of air under it.
Yeah.
Gave time to cover it.
Well,
so
I think he might have been a little nervous. He was standing in his end zone there, and Big Red was looking big in front of him there.
So Patrick Henry has the ball, 1st and 10 from the Liberty Center 39-yard line. It's 8:39 to play in the first period. Bush over center, Cole in the backfield. Bush back to pass. He looks left. He throws deep, way over there, overthrown it to the left. Coverage by Andy Spees.
Yeah. Chad McClory got a good rush on the quarterback here. What are we talking? That's
Tom Bush.
Yeah, Tom Bush. And Bush was uncomfortable. You know, in the previous 3 games, he might not have seen a rush like he's hopefully going to see tonight. And he squeezed that trigger before the receiver was ready to go.
We were talking earlier, Jim, that what they would do with McClory. If they would double team him, triple team him, and that would leave Brandon Neff and Adam Quigley loose one-on-one. They should make hay. Bush rolls to his left. He's got a keeper. Cuts back to the right. Out to the outside. He's down the sideline. Cuts back in. Alan Sharp and Derek Hefflinger finally corner him down around the 16-yard line.
Yep. Bodenbender. Joe Bodenbender had a shot at him up here kind of along the line of scrimmage and couldn't quite snag him. So that's a big gain for PH. Tigers.
About a 23-yard gain, Jim.
Yeah, Tigers are gotta have some tough defense.
1st and 10 at the Liberty Center 16. Handoff straight up the middle to Cole. He bangs and crushes his way. Fumble on the play, they say. Who's got the ball? The referees are talking it over. Are they going to give it to Liberty? Maybe Alan Sharp was at the bottom or Derek Hefflinger. No, they're calling it a dead ball.
Yeah, PH keeps the ball there, but boy, that's just what the Tigers need, something like that. If they could get their hand on one, turn things the other way.
Well, Jim, so far as we thought in the beginning of the game that they are going to run the ball. Oh, they're going to get, wait a minute.
It's
Which
not,
referee are we going to believe?
It's not over yet. TV5 needs a replay
I'm
there.
sure.
Landis, what do you got on that monitor? Was that a fumble? Who got that ball?
Jim, we have a lot of referees on both sides of the
Hey!
field. They're going to give it to Liberty Center after a long conversation. I'm not sure what they were talking about.
I know it, Tom, but one ref went ahead and pointed in the direction of the Tiger goal. Initially, it looked like Patrick Henry's going to get it, but boy, you love those type of shirts if they try to get it right, and we're thinking they might have.
Jim, another thing we were talking about earlier, in the previous 6 games that Patrick Henry has won on Liberty Center, they've only had 2 turnovers. That's a big deal.
Well, that's kind of a break. The Tigers need a few of those here tonight.
8:12 left in the first period. 1st and 10 from Liberty Center's 13-yard line. Patrick Brown hands off, I think, to Perchlik. He cuts to the left side, back up, runs over a tackler up to about the 22-yard line, Jim, that's a gain of about 9 on first down.
Yep, I think Adam Quigley, number 88, made a good block out there, and a couple other guys, but that's where those earlier backs in the first part of the year maybe don't have that absolute breakaway speed, but they can be punishing runners, and Jacob Perchlik, good gainer there. Get it away from the Tiger end zone there.
In the backfield, you have a little bit of, Elling gets the ball. He's hit.
No, actually.
Immediately, I think Drew Kuzel again is in the backfield.
Yeah.
I think he's going to lose maybe 1 yard. That'll bring up 3rd and 2 from the Liberty Center 21-yard line.
Tom, this be a key first down, Tom, if they could convert right here. That'd give them a little more time, a little more breathing room, and
yes, it would.
It'd just be good for the Tiger offense here.
Well, here we go. Double tight end, everybody stacked in. Mays in motion. Brown hands off up the middle, off the right tackle. Elling breaks away from it. I think it's Elling. He breaks away from a tackler and dives up over the 25 to about the 26-yard line. That's first down, Jim.
Yes, it is, and he was hit. He was hit a couple times, but he bounced off that and was able to stay on his feet and keep those legs going, and that is a key first down. 1st
and 10 from the Liberty Center 27, 6:51 in the first period. Jim, the Tigers have dodged 2 bullets deep in their own zone, and they're fighting their way out of there. Brown over center. Mays in motion again. Brown's back to pass. He looks. Oh, he's going to be sacked back about the 20-yard line. Loss of about 7 on the play. Jim, he had ideas to throw it, but everybody was covered.
Yeah.
You just have to maybe just eat it once in a while.
Well, that's exactly the case. Damian Mays was out here along the sideline, and another guy there, and boy, they just got covered. And rather than put it up for grabs, now in retrospect, maybe he could have threw it out of bounds, but he didn't even hardly have time to do that.
He cocked his arm and pulled it back in. Okay.
Well, Patrick Brown's been making good decisions all year. He's only got about 1 pick, I believe.
Brings up 2nd and 17. Hand off to Damian Mays. They are pinching in on the ends like crazy. He got about another 4-yard loss. Damian Mays, it'll bring up about 3rd and 21. 3rd and 21 from the Liberty Center 17-yard line. Jim, they're going backwards.
Yeah, the Patrick Henry front line there is pretty well coming through.
I don't know what their reads are, but when they read it, they come. They come and they'll stop that run before it gets started.
Well, the Tigers got to pull one out of the head here, or at least get a big chunk of that back.
5:18 clock running. Brown under center, Elling the lone setback. Brown throws a pass. It's caught. Wide open. Perchlik was just over his head. And it'll bring up 4th down and 20, or 4th down and 17. 4th down and 20 from the Liberty Center 17-yard line, Jim. We're going to have to rely on Howard's toe to get it out of there.
Yeah, Patrick Brown tried to get that out here to Perchlik. And Perchlik, as you said, was open, but boy, that pass a little high. He didn't have much time to put her in there. Otherwise, it was
Brian Bush snaps perfect. Howard booms it out to about the 50-yard line. Bush is calling a fair catch at Kuzel. Kuzel makes a fair catch about the 49-yard line. Jim, that was about a 32-yard punt. He got it out of there. He's giving a little breathing room.
Yep, that's true enough. And at least it's closer to the 50-yard line. You hate to get Big Red started on the wrong side of the 50 there too many times.
Mm-hmm. Jim, they've been in our territory almost all night. So if this was a hockey game, you wouldn't have to resurface the ice on the other end.
Well, we're saving that surface for a little while.
Bush under center. Cole straight behind him. Bush is going to roll left. He's going to keep it. He's going to go wide. McClory gets a big hit by Derek Hefflinger about the 40. Drives him out of bounds. Gain of about 7. That'll bring up 2nd and about 3.
Chad McClory got a hand on him, but couldn't quite get him in the grass.
Like we said earlier, that's Bush is 195 pounds. He's a load when he's running the football.
He's
not afraid to get in there.
Over 200 yards running there in the first 3 games as their quarterback.
Bush takes a snap, hands off to Kuzel. Fumble a ball. Never scramble down there. I think it's recovered by Patrick Henry down to the 30-yard line. Jim, for golly's sakes, that's a gain of 11 yards. That gives them the first down.
You know, I can't in my recall here tell you what Tiger it was, but he wasn't getting down on that ball very fast. You know, and you see a loose ball there, it's like you want to get on that just as quick as you can.
Well, Jim, if nothing else, Patrick Henry showed tendencies that they haven't shown before.
Yeah, we
to put
got
the ball down there. You just have to get it.
Yeah.
Bush, quick slant.
He dropped it.
Mitch Leonard.
And he dropped it.
And he dropped the ball.
Yep,
They're going to call that
bobbled it.
incomplete. They're going to call that one incomplete. That was a quick slant into the middle.
Yeah, it was, and that's the kind of passing game that in years past Patrick Henry lived on. Oh, man, when Krause was playing in there, whenever they wanted that, they just played pitch and catch all night.
Jim, I watched them in practice. I don't think they ever did drop a pass. And they were all on the money.
Well, they're just a little bit jittery here tonight. They having all
Bush
kinds
under
of
center,
troubles
fake
hanging
the
on the ball.
call. Pitch to Kozel. Kozel's going to cut up the dip. Drives down. He's gang tackled. Mainly, I think, Derek Hefflinger, Damian Mays, McClory, Sharp, Sneff. There was a bunch of them over there.
Yeah, and 27, Joe Bodenbender said hello to Tom Bush back there. Nice tackle. Almost caused him to eat that ball rather than pitch it. So they got a little war going back there. I'll bet you Bush probably hasn't had that pressure at this point in the season.
You made him make the choice real quick. Bush back. He's going to just go right up the middle on 3rd and 3. I'm not. Look at this guy. 195 pounds. He just drives down to about the 30-yard line. Or, I'm sorry, the 20. That's going to be
short.
That's going to be maybe a half a yard short, being up 4th and 1 yard from the 21-yard line. Well, there's no doubt, Jim. They're going for it.
Yeah, they will. But you got to love this Tiger defense. I mean, they've been doing an awful lot of banging out there, and they've been holding their own.
Maybe it'll take its toll later in the game. Bush, hand off to Cole. He's hit. I don't know. They are going to mark it right on the 20-yard line. I'm not sure where the yard marker is. They're right on the 20.
Second and third effort might have just about got him. Now, this is when the chain gang over there need to be called on.
Oh, they aren't even going to measure it, Jim. Wow. They are going to give it to the Tigers.
Wow.
At the 20-yard line. Tigers 1st and 10.
That's absolutely huge. How about this Tiger defense?
Jim, they are just brutal against the run.
Yeah, now they set the Patrick Henry up being on the wrong side of the 50-yard line every possession so far.
They are just putting up a wall. Elling, the lone setback. Brown under center. 2:48 left in the first period. Handoff straight up ahead to Elling. He pounds his way out over the 25 to about the 26, a gain of 6.
Yeah, Gene's in on a good lead block there. Also, Phil Miller having something to say there. That's what that Tiger offensive line needs to do, is execute.
That will bring up 2nd and probably, I think, about 4. 2:27 left in the first period. Clock is running. Liberty Center is just...
Now they're playing their heart out here, Tom, and...
Elling again, the lone setback. Perschlick in motion. Hand off to Elling off the left side. He's hit. He drives up through the middle. I think he maybe got about 1. We're going to give him just 1 up to about the 27-yard line.
They were hard-pressed to get any push there at all. Seems as though Big Red had that pretty well sniffed out.
Well, the referees are going to call it no gain. So that will bring up 3rd and 4 for Liberty Center from their own 27-yard line. Jim, what a beautiful night. Standing room only crowd. Beautiful night. The flags unfurled.
High school football at its best, condition-wise. And
Perschlick in motion. Brown hands off to Elling. Elling is going to be, he's going to be stopped short of the first down. I'm not sure if he might have got no gain on that. The Liberty Center is going to be forced to punt again. Jacob Howard's going to be called on once again to get the ball out of there.
Well, coverage team has to get down there and gradually crowd them back toward their own goal line.
Drew Kuzel stands back for Patrick Henry about his own 45-yard line. Nice snap. Howard booms the ball down. Kuzel gets back. The ball's going to roll and roll down over about the 35-yard line.
You know, each possession, the Tigers are gaining a little bit of field position back, just a little bit at a time.
Jim, that's a 39-yard punt.
Yeah,
over midfield.
when they had to have it, and the defense knows they can play, and the offense is getting their nerve a little bit. But we've just about burned a quarter here, Tom, and no score yet.
54 seconds left. First and 10 for Patrick Henry from their own 35-yard line. Bush in the shotgun. He's back to pass. He looks deep. He's going to throw the long ball to Kuzel. Intercepted by Damian Mays at the 40-yard line. He cuts back to the outside or towards the Liberty Center sideline. Oh, brought down. He's still on his feet. Finally knocked out of bounds at the Liberty Center 48-yard line. About an 8-yard return on about a 30-yard run.
Yeah, that was very good defense by the Tiger secondary. Actually looked like the receiver had a step or two, but our quarterbacks had a little heat various times, and he pulled the trigger, and he was not on target, Tom. Damian Mays alertly got that ball. Nice run back. He come over here, looked like he didn't have any room, and he tiptoed up the sideline there. Now the Tigers start with their best field position tonight.
39 seconds left in the first period. First and 10 for Liberty Center from their own 49-yard line. Mays in motion. Brown under center. Hands off to Purslick. Straight up the middle. Cuts back to the left side. He's finally knocked down about the 30-yard line. Jim, that's a gain of 11. First down, Liberty Center.
Damian Mays in the backfield there now. Damian Mays and Purslick, and the fake was to Damian going wide right, and instead inside there to Purslick, and got the Henrys on their heels just a little bit right now.
Jim, forgive me. That was about a 14 or 15-yard run. I got so excited. Down to the 36-yard line. Liberty Center first and 10. 22 seconds left in the first period. Clock is running. Brown back to pass, complete to Damian Mays over the middle, down to about the 27-yard line. Jim, that's a gain of about 11 more.
Yeah, what a great pass to Damian Mays from Patrick Brown, and I'll tell you, the defender was hanging on his back, so he had to really thread that needle in there, and he did.
Jim, that's the end of the first period. Liberty Center 0, Patrick Henry 0. Liberty Center, when the second quarter begins, will have 2nd and 2 from their own 27-yard line. Jim, is this what you expected?
Well, a couple turnovers by Patrick Henry. The Tiger defense standing up. Henry's had it down there inside the 20 a couple times and couldn't quite get it down. Maybe they weren't quite that close, but, you know, been playing in the Tigers' side of the field a lot. Unable to do it. Tiger defense got big when it had to, and now the offense has caught fire, and the momentum has cleanly gotten on the backs of the Tiger right now.
Jim, you know, you just only get so many chances in a game to score. Patrick Henry had 3-4 chances deep in Liberty Center territory and came out with nothing.
Well, 2 turnovers, too.
2 turnovers.
Now, that's the kind of thing we said as before we started here. Tigers got to avoid those.
Yep.
Boy, they just cannot play a team like this and serve up the ball.
I'm just not so sure, Jim, how comfortable Bush looks back in the pocket passing. He's a good runner.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of football to be played. But at this point, you got to love how the Tigers kept them from crossing the goal line, and now their offense has decided themselves that they can move the ball, so this is a whale of a game right at this point.
Elling and Purslick in the backfield. Mays in motion, handoff straight up the middle to Purslick. He's going to get drove back, but they're going to give him forward progress up to the 25. That's real close to a first down, Jim.
Yep, not much there. That was Drew Kuzel, but that's going to move the sticks.
Jim, they don't even want to try our chain crew, do they?
Well,
they have not even measured it.
Hey,
they just said that's first down.
That's one of those we haven't called yet. You know, like you got so many lifelines or whatever you can call, we haven't had to use our chain gang yet.
That's the 12th man. Okay, Liberty Center, first and 10 from their 25-yard line. Brown under center. Fake handoff. He's back to pass. He throws deep. Wide open. Quigley! Incomplete. The ball got there, and I think the defender got there at the same time.
Wow.
Knocked it out of Quigley's hands.
You know, Quigley's got great hands. They haven't used him a lot, but a game earlier this season, he drifted down the middle there and caught a beautiful strike right when we had to have it. So we'll see that tight end involved some more. I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
Nice pass protection there. The line was able to keep him off of Patrick Brown so he could let that pattern mature.
Big Adam Quigley, 6'2", 215-pound senior, Jim. He was 20, 30 yards downfield. Brown under center, Elling the lone setback. Kirchlick in motion. Handoff straight up the middle to Elling. He's swarmed upon. He hangs onto the ball and goes forward to down to about the 24-yard line. 24-yard line. They're going to give him a gain of about, well, maybe 2. It'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, but it is 4-down territory, so they've got 2 downs to cover that last stick there, Spike. And it's just so much more fun playing in their end of the field here a little bit.
Boy, Jim, Patrick Brown looks comfortable. He goes back to pass, looks around, and releases the ball. He's a cool customer.
He has a lot of poise for a first-year starter here.
Elling the lone setback. They're going to hand it to Elling. Somebody was at his legs, and they're going to gang tackle him. Jim, they are selling out to the run something terrible.
Yeah, but the coaching staff here, they know it's going to be 4 downs here to try and get that yardage, so they've got a plan.
They're not going to give him any gain on that play. That will bring up 4th and 8 from Liberty Center's, I think, about the 23-yard line. We'll see. Last week they used Danny Irving a little bit. 3 passes caught, 3 touchdowns. That's not a bad receiver.
I'll tell you.
Brown under center, looks over to defense, right straight back. He releases the ball to Danny Irving. A little bit wide.
Yeah,
I think Danny was open. It's just a little bit wide on the pass. And that gives Patrick Henry the ball back at their own 23-yard line.
Yeah, somehow that pass just was a little off target there.
But he did look good setting up and firing it. That was a nice pass.
Well, you think about some of the passes in this drive to get him down there. I mean, the defender was draped all over that guy coming across the middle, Damian Mays, I think, and he was able to put it in there.
They were just off target on Quigley in the end zone.
Oh, yeah. That needed to get there just a little quicker than it did.
Bush under center from his own 23-yard line. He's back to pass. He's going to throw the bomb deep.
It up.
Mays is over there. He caught it. Incomplete. He had it in his hands, Jim. As he came down, he lost it. Yep. Damian Mays on the coverage.
Oh, yeah.
Nice coverage.
That was very good coverage. Now, that's a pitch-catch team that's been doing that for years. And they kind of knew what they were doing. That was a good ball thrown by Bush, but Damian Mays with the kind of coverage that certainly bothered that receiver. I mean, he had space to make that catch, but Damian was that tight.
How many times have we seen that pass play? Bush under center. He's back to pass again. He's going to try it again. Out to the outside. It's caught by number 4. Luke George caught the ball. He's brought down immediately by Damian Mays. But he still gets up to about the 33-yard line. That's going to be real close to a first down, Jim.
Yeah. Well, I have to acknowledge that the Patrick Henry quarterback is really rifling that ball. I mean, they're getting to the passing game. You know, the running game, they fumbled and they didn't have good hands, and so he's just standing back there gunning that ball now.
He gets back real quick, sets up, and fires it.
Oh, yeah.
They are going to give Patrick Henry a first down.
Tiger secondary is really put to the test here.
Here comes Bush, roll out left. He's going to run the ball. Keeper, he's going to fight his way up over the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Jim, that's close to another first down.
Yeah, Alan Sharp was able to get an arm on him and hang on until he got a little more help there from the inside, but that was a big gain.
Jim, back when you played, that was usually called like student body left, wasn't it? Just pack up the ball and get behind your blockers and pull a couple guys and everybody go left.
Yep, that's just about how they run it, and, you know, he is an excellent athlete at Bush, and, man, he's got, I don't have the stat on him, but he's got over 200 yards and still, you know, being the quarterback with 2 other guys getting 200 yards rushing. So they do prefer to rush.
They're going to say it's close enough to measure it.
Well, that gives everybody a breather. We're all right with that, but it's only second down, so their nose of the football's right there.
They're just inches short, I do believe.
Yep.
Mike's man scratching his head. He's wondering about he did his job.
Yeah.
They're going to bring it back and mark it just about inches short, so it'll be 2nd and 1 for Patrick Henry from around their own 43-yard line with 9:29 to play in the second quarter.
Spike, everybody at full attention every fan here is hanging onto their seat, wondering what's going to happen. And, you know, we played a lot of football, and nobody's budged that scoreboard number yet. Those zeros up there.
There's some rock'em sock'em football going on. Wait till I get the chain set again.
Andy Spees nose up on Luke George out here.
Bush goes under center, Cole straight behind him. Handoff to Cole. No, Bush keeps the ball. He's going to the right side. He makes a cut to the outside. Derek Hefflinger drives him out of bounds. Up over the 50-yard line, down to about the 46. Jim, that's a gain of about 11 yards. That is a first down.
Yeah, you know, that is a tough play to stop. If you've got a quarterback that has that natural running ability like that, and he can also pass, and you're trying to defend the pass, and all of a sudden he takes off to the sideline. Wow, that's I can see why he got all those rushing yards.
Jim, he's like a fullback. He's back to pass. Nobody's covered out here. Drew Kuzel catches the ball. Well, nobody was covering, Jim. There was nobody out here.
Open. Number 24 recovers. Dan Irving gets there, and also, I believe, Hefflinger. Who else was it over here?
Jim, that's going to be another first down, down to about the Liberty Center 22-yard line.
Well, at this point in the game, that's the first coverage break the Tigers have had. Somehow or other, they didn't have that slot covered, and he was, as you say, wide open.
Jim, there was a player coming off the field. I'm not sure if they didn't get anybody back in or what. There's a handoff to Cole. Bowls his way up, straight up the middle, down to about the 16-yard line, gain of about 6, bring up.
Yeah, Jacob Perchlik got him there.
That'll bring up.
Tiger defense needs to come up with a stop here, Tom.
Yes, they do. It brings up 2nd and 4.
Two wide receivers to the right and one to the left.
Bush drops back, quick pass out to Mitch Leonard.
Yeah, that was stopped right dead in its tracks. Andy Spees there, and also Hefflinger. The fans want a little hold over there. It looked like that one receiver was making a kind of a screen block a little bit, but nothing called there.
Jim, they're going to give that a loss of 1 yard.
Yeah, good coverage. Tigers had that one defense.
That's going to bring up 3rd and about, short 5, long 4. Bush under center. Handoff to Kuzel up the middle. He cuts back to the right side. He's brought down at about the 15. That's only going to be a gain of about a couple. That's going to bring up 4th and about 2 or 3 yards, Jim.
Yeah. Brandon Neff, we're going to give him credit for that stop in there. So 4th down, as you say, Tom.
Officially, it's going to be 4th and 3 from the Liberty Center 15-yard line. They're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, Patrick Henry's going to want to talk this over. They've been down in this position a couple times already. The first quarter going the other way, and Tigers had to stop for it.
Well, we have 7:29 left on the clock. Still 0-0. 4th and 3 for Patrick Henry at their own 15-yard line. Nine left in the first half. Patrick Henry facing a 4th and 3 from the Liberty Center 15-yard line. Bush in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Bush rolls left, looks, throws. Incomplete down about the 1-yard line.
We got a little flag back here on the quarterback here. Number 8, McCrory, and Quigley, number 88, made a play in the quarterback, and I don't know.
I think they're going to call.
That's in the spot where they call her. Yeah, but we'll see.
We're still waiting on the call.
They're going to pick it up. They're going to pick it up. Where's old Donnie and Donnie Sharp and those stinking, rotten, no good yellow flag? Wow, that was a good yellow flag. Just kind of got our attention. It did not go against us, Tom. We're still in business, and the Tigers held again.
Jim, Liberty Center now takes over. Once again, they dodged the bullet.
Wow.
They take over with 7:23 left in the half. 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line, Jim. See if they can get out of there. Brown under center. Perchlik in motion. Elling behind him. Elling gets the ball straight up the middle. Breaks free into the secondary. up to about the 21-yard line. A game of about 6 on first down, Jim. They'll take that.
Yep. Oh yeah. Tigers showed they can drive the drive with that ball, and they just need to execute, you know. And if Patrick Henry loads up right where the rushing play is going to be, chances are they might get her stopped. But if they happen to guess wrong, there's yards to be made.
Jim, who would have thought? 0-0 with half of the second period almost gone.
Yeah.
Brown under center. Mays to the right. Elling in the backfield. Brown back to pass. He throws quick. Almost intercepted by number 59.
Yeah.
Jim, I've been waiting to say this name all night.
Really?
Jeremy Wildheart.
Wildheart.
6'2", 200-pound linebacker. He's got to be a linebacker. Jeremy Wildheart.
That kind of name could get him all the way to the bigs, I think, Tom.
What a name.
But anyway, Tigers are fortunate he couldn't hang on to that. I mean, looked like I hit him in the midst with it.
Jim, he did have time to throw the ball, though.
Yes, he did.
Brown under center again. Elling and Perchlick behind him. Brown fakes. He's back to pass. He's looking, scrambling. Jim, they're going to call, nope.
I think they might have got away with a pass there.
I thought maybe they might call intentional grounding or...
Yeah, well, you're lucky that wasn't a fumble there. He was actually going down, and he...
Oh, Jim, they said his knee was down.
Okay.
So that will go as a sack for Patrick Henry.
Yeah.
Now Liberty Center is forced to punt from their own 5-yard line.
Yeah, but that's better than a live ball there that could have been waltzed into the end zone.
Kuzel standing back just outside the 35-yard line.
He got it away.
He got it away. He's going to field it at about the 44. He gets... Danny Irving hangs on for dear life and brings him down at the 44-yard line, just about where he caught it.
Oh, and how about starting in the end zone, deep in his end zone? Jacob Howard boomed one away. I mean, they were flying in there wanting a piece of that. Got a nice punt out there, and as you say, Danny Howard there,
Danny Irving,
excuse me, was able to wrap up his ankle and hang on.
Jim, that's about a 40-yard punt. George in the shotgun, looks quick, throws it out to Kozel, slips a tackle, but he can't get by the second one of Danny Irving again.
Yep, Purdue there made the first attempt and didn't quite get him, but, you know, that makes a difference, too. You got guys flying up from the backfield there, and even if they don't make a tackle, they bother that runner. He got to change or stop or something, and then that allows the help to fill the other guys there to get on it.
Jim, he had 2 blockers out there in front of him. Danny Irving got through him. George under center, Cole straight behind him. Pass, quick slant. Off the hands, incomplete. Damian Mays on the coverage, down around the 35-yard line. That will bring up 3rd and 7 from the Liberty Center. I think 41-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah. For the most part, the Tiger coverage has been there. Now, when there was nobody in the area and the guy was wide open, that's different. But, I mean, when they man up with these big red receivers, they do all right.
Bush in a shotgun. He's just going to run the ball. He's going to throw it. Complete to Cole. He gets away from a tackler, drives his way down inside the 15-yard line to about the 13.
Yeah,
Jim, about a 28-yard gain on that one.
24 on the stop there, Danny Irving finally, and good play there for a big red. You got to acknowledge that just was a good pass play. There was plenty of attention back here on their quarterback, but he delivered a strike, and with a blocker out there, he got that far.
Jim, we thought he was going to run it again, and then he just upped and passed it. Bush looking over the defense, maybe calling an audible. Crouched down, he hands off to, I think it's Kuzel.
Ted McClory. Yeah, he said not on my watch, and he had some help from big Andrew Quigley there.
Jim, that's quite a formidable defensive front 3.
Oh yeah.
They're all seniors except for Brandon Neff.
Yep. How many times can the Tigers keep them out when they're down there this close?
Let's hope one more time.
Yeah, one more time, then it'll be halftime pretty soon.
2nd and 10, a bomb to the end zone. Touchdown, Patrick Henry.
Yeah. Number 5.
Number 5 is on it, Zach Botcher.
Yeah, good pass there. That was couldn't defend that any better. The quarterback just laid it right in his arms, and he caught it. And Big Red goes on the scoreboard with 4.5 minutes left of the first half.
He just looped that into the end zone. The receiver made a nice catch. Luke George on the... Oh, they're going to say Cole is going to try the extra point. Snap is perfect. Ball's down. Kick is up. It's good. Patrick Henry takes the lead 7-0 with 4:34 to go in the first half. Jim, you were just talking about it. How long could Liberty Center stand up to the pressure of playing with their backs to their own end zone?
Oh, yeah, but, Patrick Henry finally puts a 7 spot up there. But I'll tell you, Tigers know they can play defense because they've caused a couple turnovers and caused them to give it up on downs a couple times even, but they did. They had a good drive there, Patrick Henry did, but that clock looks like there's ample time for the Tigers to get a drive mounted of their own. In the last couple of series, the Tigers moved the ball pretty well, Tom.
Yeah. That drive for Patrick Henry was about a 44-yard drive, scoring drive. Now it's up to the Liberty Center offense. Has to find out a way to get first downs.
All right. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. Good to see you. Yeah. Congratulations on being the Hall of Fame inductees tonight.
Moment of silence there. We were being visited by some of the Hall of Fame inductees down on the field. Oh, he booms the ball down into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They will not let him bring it out.
Yeah, and that's wisely done there. That was a big kick, and so out to the 20 we go.
Jim, I think that's a big Nate Bear and Tim Myers, some of the old faithful from Liberty Center.
They put their mark on the Tiger Trophy case years ago, and it's nice to see him honored accordingly, Tom.
I wouldn't want to be tackled by either one of them, Jim.
Oh, no. Wish we could suit them up and run them out there right now for a while.
Liberty Center with the ball at their own 20-yard line after the touchback. Brown under center, Elling behind him. Brown back to pass. He rolls right. He throws a little bit behind Perschlick in the flats. It's going to be incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Yeah, Patrick Henry knowing full well that that pass play has worked, and the Tigers might be wanting to do that. Had some pretty good pressure on him there. One thing about Patrick Henry's defense, especially up front and maybe just in general, they've got good speed, Tom.
Yes, they do.
And good coaching over there. They move to the ball well, and you just do not have time to get your execution down and make it happen.
Okay, we have 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line for Liberty Center. 4:29 left in the first period. Brown barks out the signals, hands off to Perchlick off the left side. He struggles and fights, falls forward for maybe 1 yard. That will bring up 3rd and 9 for Liberty Center, still deep in their own territory at their own 21-yard line.
Yeah, being deep in their own territory or where they're at, Tom, it'd be awful good if they could get a first down, get some field between them and their goal line here. There's a lot of time left on the clock.
If nothing else, to get a couple first downs to kill the clock.
Yeah.
And not give Patrick Henry the ball back at the 50-yard line again. Brown under center, Elling the lone setback. I think we have movement. I'm not quite sure if it's on Liberty Center or Patrick Henry. They're probably going to call.
I think the Tigers are heading in that direction there.
False start on Liberty Center. That will move the ball back 5 yards inside the 20, back to about the 16-yard line.
You know, this Tiger team, this edition, this 2007 edition, they had one flurry of penalties. Was that against Montpelier, perhaps, where they were penalized almost 45 yards there? Seemed like the first possession the Locos had.
I think it was against Evergreen last week, wasn't it?
And then they cleaned it right up, and this has been pretty penalty-free.
Here we go, 3rd and 17 from the 17-yard line for Liberty Center. Brown straight back to pass, looks, throws. Incomplete, intended for Danny Irving. Nice coverage.
Yeah,
by number 5, I think, Botcher.
Yeah, they had that pretty well covered, and they even had deep people beyond that. But, that's coaching. They say do not get beat deep and so on and so forth. So Jacob Howard has had the golden foot here for the Tigers on the punting game, and and that line's got to hold him out one more time so he can boom it out of there.
Jim, we need to pull out one of his 63-yarders here. Howard, perfect snap. Howard gets rid of the ball, straight downfield.
Good punt.
It's going to roll. Kuzel elects not to pick it up.
Yep.
It's going to roll down to about the 40-yard line. Jim, that's about a 43-yard punt from Jacob Howard. That's beautiful punt.
Yeah, and with a lot of hang time on it, that made the coverage down there, and they didn't want any return yards at all. In fact, there has been no return yards on his punts to this point in the game.
Jim, I was listening earlier this week to Jim Tressel on the radio on his talk show, and he talked about how important the punting game was for the Buckeyes and for anybody.
Oh, yeah, that and coverage, but I mean, it's all wrapped up together. You got to have the foot to get it out there, the leg, and then the coverage has got to be there. And the Tigers, how many times have they boomed that out of there?
Okay, Jim, we're going to have a timeout here. 3:12 left in the first half. Patrick Henry will be back with the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Where'd them Hall of Famers go? 1st and 10, Patrick Henry from their own 41-yard line. 3:18 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Tiger defense has got to keep Big Red off the board if at all possible here. And we all know the forward pass doesn't take much time off the clock, so we'll probably see some of them forts over here. Boy, that's almost a delay there, isn't it? What's going on?
The referees are still...
Yeah, you had a timeout, and they started to line it up there. Oh, he got an equipment problem.
They're over there changing helmets and shirts and pants.
Yeah, they got
there's a whole gang of them changing clothes over there.
They got, what is that called? Blood-borne pathogens or something or other there.
Is that the quarterback?
All right, 13's changed his uniform, as Landis, the utopian Burmeister, says, and he's now 52. So make that note. Who was he before? He was Aaron George before. He'll still be Aaron George.
Bush disappears under center, drops straight back, passes out, complete to Kuzel or Botcher. He's hit by Sharp and Purdue.
Yeah.
First by Damian Mays. Damian Mays made him turn back to the inside, and Sharp finished him off up to the Liberty Center 49-yard line.
Yeah, good pass, and the kid held on to it. Tigers coming hard to try and nail him. 3 minutes.
3:06, clock running. Bush under center, Cole behind him. Straight pit pass, complete to, I think, Denton Saunders.
Hefflinger back there.
Number 11 hit by Hefflinger immediately. Clock stops as they move the chains down to about the 38-yard line, a gain of 11 yards. First down, Patrick Henry. Clock stopped, 2:56 to go, and they are on the move again, Jim.
Yeah, well, Tigers have got their whole end of the field yet.
Bush back to pass. He's going to throw long and deep. Spies turns around.
Boy, he's kind of thinking there was a little jostling going on there, but that could have just as easily gone on the offense. I'm sure your camera work here would show that offense was doing a little handwork out there on the defender.
Spies on the coverage, and the ball caught or out of bounds. So 2:44 left on the second period clock. Clock is stopped. Second down, 10 for Patrick Henry from the Liberty Center 38-yard line.
Tiger front line there needs to get a hand on Bush. They haven't done that to speak of yet.
They're trying to blitz right now. Pass knocked
down. Had a hand up. I think it was Quigley.
Adam Quigley or Neff. One of the two got a paw up.
Yes, sir, and that was enough to spoil that passing lane that he had.
Jim, they were coming after him on that play.
Yeah. Now, the third down, it's a full 10 to go. That's the thing on the pass. It's either feast or famine, and if the Tigers can get one more stop here,
they may force
PH
Patrick Henry to
give it up.
Punt the ball. They may not go for it from there. 3rd and 10 from the 38-yard line. 2:40 left in the first half. Bush lobs it deep. It's going to be way out of bounds.
Okay, nice pressure there by Alan Sharp. And quarterback just launched that thing. I mean, he's ashamed of himself. That was way off target out there.
Bill Enselman was over there jumping up and down. He thought there was pass interference. Let's see what they're going to do, Jim. It looks to me like they're going to punt the ball, but remember,
Yep.
Bush is their punter, so
Well,
you never know.
It's the safest game would be to punt it and then jump all over the Tigers, because the Tigers' offense is kind of stalled out a little bit here.
Damian
So I
Mays.
would assume they'll try to pin them back.
Damian Mays is going back towards the 5-yard, and they're waving him up to the 10. Good snap to Bush. Bush gets the ball away, a long flick. He would, oh, he made the catch at the 5-yard line, a fair catch. 33-yard punt by Bush, but the main thing is it pins Liberty Center on the fair catch back down to their own 5-yard line. 2:29 left in the first half.
Yeah, and you know, he had to make a decision there. Was that ball going to bounce in the end zone, or should he field it, or what? And so, you know, that's not a time to be should I or shouldn't I. He decided to catch it. He thought they were bearing down on him, so he better just fair catch it, and so indeed he did that.
I do not know how many timeouts Patrick Henry has, but 2:29 left in the first half. 1st and 10, Liberty Center from the 5-yard line. They need to get a first down to kill some of this clock. We're going to have a flag on the play. It looks it might be on Liberty Center.
I didn't see black, but Patrick Henry was jumping around, but they're trying to spoil that discipline on the offensive line there.
Offside.
That is on
Patrick
PA.
Henry, 5 yards.
Yeah, well, that'll help get him out of off the goal line a little bit there, Tom.
They're chomping at the bit, Jim.
Yeah, that makes it 1st and 5 here to go again, and Tigers will take that any day.
It's time for that big offensive line for Liberty Center to knock some holes and let us get through. 1st and 5 from the 10-yard line. Liberty Center with the ball. 2:28 left in the second period. Handoff.
Inside
I do
there.
believe that's Elling.
Yep, not much there.
Not much there at all.
But that moves that clock on, and
They're going to give him 1 yard. It'll
Yeah.
make it 2nd and 4, clock moving. 2:10 and counting. Brown gets the play from the sideline. Takes a nice, slow, easy run into the huddle as the clock goes under 2 minutes. Elling the lone man in the backfield. To the right, Danny Irving. It's handoff to Perschlick around the right side. He fights his way up to about the 19 or about 14-yard line. It's going to be just about a yard short of a first down, I do believe, Jim.
give him a good spot up there, that makes this, yeah, gosh, they got him down in just a short yard there. That was a nice run by Perchlick.
Fouled his blocking perfectly, cut up field, and just drove ahead.
Okay, now this is pretty big. The Tigers, the clock's on their side. If they can make this first down, they can mount an effort at something fancy here, but they need this yard, Tom.
I think Patrick Henry might have about 1 timeout left, and they will use it if Liberty doesn't make it. Mays in motion. Mays with the ball. He cuts up field. He gets it open. He's got the 40, 45. That's Elling. I'm sorry, Jim. That's Elling. Gets the ball way down to the Patrick Henry 39-yard line.
Boy, what a nice play. They ran back up the hole there, and then the second guy through was Jake Elling, and I mean, he had a little grass ahead of him, and he was streaking. So number 4, Patrick Henry, finally lassos him about on the, 39-yard line of Patrick Henry, and so with just under a minute, the Tigers got a shot here, Tom.
47-yard run by Elling. Elling again with the ball off the right side. He fights his way down inside the 35 to the 34.
Tigers
Gain of 5 more, Jim.
Tigers burn a timeout.
Boy, we've got a little spark now.
Oh, I'm telling you, this is going to be a first half here before it's over.
Jim, we're back. 49 seconds to go in the first half. Liberty Center with the 47-yard Elling run have went over the 50-yard line, have gone over the 50-yard line down to the Patrick Henry 34-yard line, 2nd and 5. Brown back to pass. He looks. He's going to be sacked in the backfield.
Yeah, but you know what he wanted to do was pretty well tied up. I think he was thinking pass, and he saw some grass over there on the left flat, and he started digging for that, but Patrick Henry pretty quick there and got him.
Jim, they're going to call a timeout. Liberty Center's going to call a timeout with 3rd and 7 from their own 37-yard line with 42 seconds left.
Love this team. I mean, they find a way to make it happen.
Seeing all the coaching today.
Say when, Landis.
Coach today at work. What do you just say tonight?
Here we go again, Jim. Liberty Center facing 3rd and 7 from their own, or from the Patrick Henry 37-yard line with 42 seconds left in the first half. Brown under center, Perchlik and Elling in the backfield. Brown back to pass, he looks, he throws to Danny Irving, just overthrown.
Yeah,
Down at around the 5-yard line.
3 defenders out there, and of course the crowd from our vantage point would like PH to get hooked for an over the back there, but ref down there with good position said it didn't happen. So now it's 4th and 7 with 36 ticks, and I think the Tigers will try it one more time.
Clock stopped on the incompletion. Brown conferring with Lindgren on the sideline. We're not quite sure. We're going to get another timeout, I think, from Liberty Center on 4th and 7. So we'll be right back with a score still 7-0. He's going to be dropped by Denton Saunders back at the 49-yard line. Loss of about 12. Tiger defense will have to come on the field with 32 seconds left and try to close this half out, Jim.
Yeah, Tigers sent 4 receivers down there. 4 receivers downfield, and wasn't enough people to block some of the hard rushing Patrick Henry front there. So now the Tigers, the men in black are counted on to keep the Henry receivers from busting a big one.
PH takes over at their own 47-yard line. Bush back to throw out of the shotgun. He's going to bomb it deep. He's bombing it deep. Incomplete, just off the hands, down around the 10-yard line of the Patrick Henry receiver. Jim, somebody got to him back there, knocked the quarterback down.
Yeah, he threw it just about as hard as he could throw it, and it's just like get down there and get under it. And I thought for just an instant he was going to maybe make that play, but didn't happen. Didn't take much time off either.
This guy reminds me of Roger Clemens. He sets up and plants his back leg and throws that ball. It's gone.
Man, he launched that ball.
That brings up 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line. 25 seconds remaining.
Well,
Patrick Henry still leads 7-0. Bush, quick pass. He's brought down.
Host of Tigers over there. Number 41, Perchlik, and number 7 in there, Damian Mays.
I think Luke George was on the end of that reception, up over the 50 to about the Liberty Center 47-yard line. A gain of about 5 yards will bring up 3rd and 5 with only 18 seconds left. Jim?
Yep, Tiger defense has been called on all night in one way or another, Tom. It's 3rd and 5, so they've got to make a 5-yard pickup to move the sticks.
Jim, they always say you can't leave your defense on the field too long without them wearing down. Now, what if you play both ways?
Yeah.
Does that make a difference?
I think the stat sheet goes out the window because a lot of the same boys, as you say, they just line up on the other side of the ball and make it happen.
It's literally amazing how these guys can play both ways and play as hard as they do for a whole night of football and still keep playing.
Well, it's a credit to the conditioning program that the Tiger program has.
Patrick Henry breaks the huddle. They're at the Liberty Center 47-yard line, 3rd and 5 with 18 seconds left. Bush under center. Cole straight behind him. Bush drops straight back about 6-7 yards. He's going to run the draw play. He gets away from a Liberty Center tackler, goes to the sideline, cuts and runs out of bounds to stop the clock with 10 seconds left. He's got a first down about down to the Liberty 30-yard line, gain of 17, Jim.
Yep, I don't know whether his receiver was open down there, but he said I can make that first down. He only needed 5 yards, and smart effort on his play. You run to the out-of-bounds sign to get that clock stopped. So 10 ticks to go and a fresh set of downs for Patrick Henry.
Somebody had a hand on him, but he pulled right out of it. Bush under center, dropped straight back about 4 yards. Quick pass, intercepted by Liberty Center. We got to get that number, Jim. Who's getting up?
Danny Irving.
Danny Irving cut right in front of the receiver, and he threw it right to him. He's wide open.
Yeah, you know, there's one statistic that the Tigers are really shining on in this football game, and it's turnovers. They've had a couple fumble recoveries and a couple picks off this vaunted Patrick Henry offense. So certainly Patrick Brown will probably take a knee and call it a half. But how about the fireworks here?
Jim, I don't know how many times tonight Liberty Center's stiffened up and made the stop.
They have.
Only 5 seconds left in the first half. Liberty Center's back at their own 15-yard line. We're not expecting too much out of them right here. Going to hand off to Elling. Elling cuts to the outside. He's going to try to get out of bounds. Clock runs out. That is going to about a 9-yard gain, Jim, but that's going to be the end of the first half. Yep. With Liberty Center trailing 7-0 to the Patrick Henry Patriots.
Boy, the Tiger fan base is encouraging their Warriors out there. They gave a good account of themselves in the first half.
Jim, we'll be back for the second fans. We're beginning the second half here with Liberty Center trailing 7-0. Mr. Leatherman here is going to give the TV5 sponsors.
All right, we neglected in our excitement to get this mention early there, but there's a lot of them out there. We'll get as many as we can in. Some of the great sponsors here that make these broadcasts possible. The Porch Coaches. Got Rick Miller, Jesse Miller, Dave Moeller, Scott Slee, Todd Moeller, Chris Zacharias, Dan Brown, Mike Mann, Bob Shaddy, Jeff Huff, Jeff Spangler, Dave Silvas, Terry Bowers, Tim Bowers, Louis Miller, and many others. In fact, they've got a waiting list to get on that team. Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry, Railside Meat Market, Bob Miller. He'll give you anything from the Amish there. Well, he'll sell it to you. Dan Hefflinger going to realty you their Ameriteam. 39 years of service in the Liberty area. The Tiger Shop with Bob Shaddy. Holgate Metal Fab with Jeff and Todd Spangler. And looks like they're going to play football. Tom, we'll get some more of these later.
Jim, we'll get back to them later. Standing deep at about the 5-yard line for Liberty Center's Damian Mays and Andy Speece. Long booming kick to Speece at the 5. Up to the 15, 20. Breaks to the outside. He gets tripped up. Gets tripped up out over the 20 to about the 22. About a 17-yard return, Jim.
Yeah, that was a good hard run. It looked like if he'd sprung loose another yard or two, he might have really broke it. But that sets the Tigers up pretty good on their 28-yard line. And so here we go on offense, Tom.
First and 10, Liberty Center from their own 23-yard line, just starting here in the second half. Brown at quarterback yet. Elling behind him. Elling takes a handoff up the middle and piles his way up over the 25 to about the 26. We're going to give him about 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Liberty Center.
Yeah, Gene Zinn and Andrew Schwab leading the way there.
Jim, obviously, Liberty Center has to find a way to get some first downs and get some points on the board.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a good pickup right out of the blocks there. 4 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
Hand off to Elling again. He finds a little running room. Cuts back to the outside. They get a hand on him, brings him down about the 45-yard line.
Nice running in traffic. There's a good hole opened up by that Tiger left side, and here comes Jake Elling. Nice gainer.
Jake Elling, gain of 18 yards, first down, Liberty Center. By the way, Jake Elling was a leading rusher for Liberty Center with 13 carries, 77 yards in the first half. As a team, Liberty Center managed only 23 carries and 79 yards. We'll get back to that later. Perchlik in motion. Hand off to Elling again. They're going to try it right up the middle. He doesn't get a whole lot. The Patrick Henry defense closes in on him real quick. They're going to call it no gain. I think it'll bring up 2nd and 10, Jim. And as a passing for Liberty Center, Liberty Center was 2 of 9 for 14 yards. On the Patrick Henry side, rushing, they were 14 rushes for 82 yards. Leading rusher was, guess who, quarterback, 6 for 51, and he was 8 for 19 for 91 yards through the air. Double in the backfield, hand off to Jacob Perchlik. He stumbles over, I think, the feet of his guard, Gene Zinn, and stumbles up over the 45 to the 46. They're going to give him a gain of 1, bring up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Jacob Clapp out there ready to put a block in. He's a spare guard spelling Oh, who's he in for?
I
believe,
think he's in for Alan Sharp.
Yeah, Alan Sharp getting his baptism under fire there, trying to deal with those crashing linebackers for Patrick Henry in the first half. So it's just nice to have some strength to work in and out.
3rd and 9, Liberty Center from their own 46-yard line. Mays in motion, the handoff to
Sexton, number 2.
Number 2, the sophomore, Sean Sexton. No gain.
Yeah, Gene Zinn was the pulling guard on that play, and Patrick Henry seemed to have that pretty well cut off. So 4th and long looks like will be counted on Jacob Howard. What was his punting stats in the first half?
I did not
Tom?
get that,
Did we
Jim.
get those?
I did not get those punting stats.
Boy, he had the big leg when the Tigers needed it. 73 coming in there, Alex Hessen.
Howard standing at about his own 34-yard line. He bobbles the ball, gets rid of it though. It's going to get a good roll. They're going to let it roll down inside the 15, down to about the 10. Down to about the 10-yard line, Jim.
Oh, yeah. Jacob Howard, man, we got to take our hat off to him. He had to field a grounder there and still was able to get his leg into it and pin him back pretty good.
Howard's 34-yard punt pins Patrick Henry back to their own 11-yard line. 9:20 to go in the 3rd period. PH hanging on to a 7-0 lead with the ball. Bush is in the shotgun formation. About the 5-yard line. Rolls left.
He wants to run.
Got a block in there. And he's getting loose down the sideline.
boy.
Heads towards the sideline up over the 20 to about the 23.
Yeah.
Gain of about 12 yards. That's good for a first down, Jim. They're going to move the sticks.
Yeah, Perchlick finally got him over there, and McClory got his jersey to kind of slow him a bit, and that's happened several times tonight where McClory comes crashing in there and doesn't quite get there, but he's on it.
The key to that run, Jim, is hooking that outside Liberty guy so they can get around him.
Exactly.
Bush is under center. Handoff to, I do believe, Gary Cole, the fullback. Right up the middle. I don't think he got a whole lot.
Stringing Tigers out there, I believe Hefflinger in there, number 3.
He got about 3 yards up to the 26-yard line. We'll bring up a good 2nd and long 6 from the Patrick Henry 27. 8:45 and the clock moving. 2 wideouts to the right for Patrick Henry. Bush back to pass. He's going to throw a long over the middle. Intercepted by Danny Irving at the 46-yard line.
Yeah.
He had that covered like a blanket,
He
Jim.
really did, and actually his choice of receiver wasn't as good as it could have been. There was a Henry out just a little bit wider to the right that maybe had a little more of an edge there, but I'll tell you, the Patrick Henry, or the Tiger secondary is measuring up to the test tonight.
Jim, how many turnovers can you suffer till you finally lose the game? You know, they always say if you win the turnover battle, you have a very good chance of winning the game.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Tigers got it in the Patrick Henry side of the 50 here, so we'll see what develops. How many turnovers did they rack up there in the first half?
I think we had 2 fumble recoveries and 3 interceptions. Jacob Perchlick goes off the left side, cuts to the outside, down inside the 40 to about the 37.
Good hard run by Jacob Perchlick, and that's another thing. The Tigers are not one-dimensional. We've had a lot of different ball carriers here tonight, and that keeps the defense on their toes.
That's a gain of 9 for Perchlick, brings up 2nd and 1 from the Patrick Henry 37, and all of a sudden the Liberty Center Tigers look like they have just a little life, Jim.
Oh, they can't wait to get up to the line of scrimmage. This team knows they
There's
can
a handoff
play.
to Elling off to the, he cuts back in the hole.
Tough going.
Dives forward down to about the 36. They'll probably give him a gain of 1. And that's going to be real close to a first down. Nope, they're going to call it 3rd and short, Jim.
That's okay. You know, actually rather have it this play. I think we'd have 2 downs to do something here, so he may pull one out of his hat here. Think about it. They only need 6 inches there for a first down.
7:30 and the clock moving, Jim, in the 3rd period. Brown breaks the huddle over center. Elling straight behind him. The handoff to Jake Elling. He cuts to the right side, up the middle. Weaves and bobs his way down through. Down inside the 25 to the 24. Jim, about a gain of 13 more. That's going to move the sticks.
Oh, yeah, Adam Quigley, Andrew Schwab, and who else was down there? I believe 59 was down there. Gene Zinn also way down there. And, of course, a lot of traffic for him to try to run through, but what a play. Patrick Henry kind of comes up, crowds that line of scrimmage to stop the run, and he pops through there, and he's got some grass ahead of him.
The young sophomore looks good, Jim. Brown with the ball, fakes a handoff, rolls, drops back, over the middle, complete to Damian Mays. He's tackled immediately down about the 14-yard line. Jim, that's close, real close to another first down, about 10 more yards.
He had the first down, and then he kind of came back. He was trying to catch the pass first and foremost, and we love him for that. But he wanted to belly and get over to the sideline. But Patrick Henry in their quick coverage then closed that up. But Tigers are driving.
2nd and 1 for Liberty Center from the Patrick Henry 15-yard line. Patrick Henry still leads 7-0.
Perchlick
Right with the ball on the right side. He cuts up to the middle. Flies into the end zone. Liberty Center touchdown. Jacob Perchlick goes 15 yards for a score, Jim.
Oh, I tell you, that was a drive. It started with an interception out here that set him up on the Patrick Henry side of the 50-yard line, and they just executed properly, mixing the run and the pass appropriately, and there we go, a Tiger touchdown.
Jim, that looks very similar to the play they scored against Montpelier a couple weeks ago at the beginning of the game. Went right, he stiff-armed the guy to up the 5-yard line, went in the end zone.
I don't know, but you talk confidence now. These Tigers are brimming with it, and what are they going to do? Looks like they're going for two.
They are going to go for two. Trailing 7-6, Brown straight back to pass. The pressure's on. He's running for his life. He throws. It's complete. He's in. Who caught the ball?
I didn't see it. I think it was 24. I don't know. Who caught that pass? Landon? Oh, he didn't get it, but it was a great pattern. And how about that and having confidence in your quarterback? The Patriots have been rushing him. He rolled out right. There was a man open, and he delivered it right where it needed to be. Edge to Liberty Center. Ho, 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 ho.
Jim, we're going to call it Danny Irving, but we're not sure. It was way in the corner over there. But what guts. The Liberty Center goes for two, makes it, and takes the lead for the first time in the game.
How about the halftime?
We got the report. It was Jacob Perchlick on the 2-point
41
conversion.
they're saying.
Jacob Perchlick out of the backfield, caught the ball. Liberty Center leads 8-7, 6:20 to go in the game.
Oh, you talk confidence now. This Tiger team, they've been hanging around and fighting and keeping them off the goal line when several times there early in the game the Patriots were down there banging on the door. They wouldn't let them in, and they've been winning this turnover battle. And, wow, put a nice drive together there, and the scoreboard shows Tigers 8, Patrick Henry 7.
Jim, you just can't get over the fact that the old football adage is you only get so many chances to score, and you can't commit too many turnovers without losing the game.
Yeah, you turn it over, and it just didn't go stand up at any level of football.
And even though Liberty Center has been in their own end of the field a lot tonight, they've showed a lot of guts and showed a lot of defense of holding Patrick Henry out of the end zone.
Oh, this Tiger team has no fear. They may get beat in certain battles once in a while, but they're playing.
That ball bounces off of Patrick Henry. Defender, number 46 for Patrick Henry, gets the ball. He comes up. Wow. Boy, he gained tackle at about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, these Tigers are fired up. There's a bunch of people out there wanting to have something to say about that. Bush is out there, number 33. Also 36, Jake Hensley. Oh, he seems to get some special team action.
Last week, watching the tape, Jake Hensley was everywhere on special teams.
Yeah, all these Tigers up and down the sideline, they're all a part of this.
Well, Patrick Henry comes out of the huddle trailing 8-7. Bush in the shotgun. He rolls right. Ball underneath his arm. Cuts back in. Breaks free. Goes down and knocked out of bounds around the 44-yard line. A gain of Jim.
Jordan Purdue and Danny Irving on the stop, and Damian Mays had a little something to say about that, but boy, that quarterback run, even from the shotgun there, that's about Patrick Henry's best offensive play.
Gain of about 12 yards for Tom Bush, up to the 44-yard line of Patrick Henry. Jim, Andy Spees came up and tried to take out the interference, but there was just too much of it.
Yeah, well, you just got to do what you can do.
There's Gary Cole is hit by number. I picked up a 5. It's got to be number 51, Alan Sharp, and
Neff.
Man Mountain McClory.
Yeah, and Neff's having something to say there, too. And all right.
We're going to give them a gain of 2. We'll bring up 2nd and 8 for Patrick Henry from their own 46-yard line. 5:36 to play in the third period of a 1-point game. Bush in the shotgun. He'll roll left this time with 2 guards out, 2 linemen out in front of him. He gets a couple good blocks, and he's caught down.
Short.
Damian Mays made a nice tackle. He tried to jump over Damian. Damian hung on, but he got up over the 50 to about the 49-yard line.
Yeah, Jacob Howard going out for defense, and Jordan Perdue coming off there.
Jim, that'll bring up 3rd down and a short 3 for Patrick Henry. So, big 3rd down.
Oh, this is big.
Bush under center, handoff, he fakes the ball, a
deep
quick pitch.
He's got a ways
got
to
a lot of
go.
room. Kozo, stiff arms, Liberty defender, gets out of bounds.
It depends on the spot.
They're going to spot it down
Right.
about the 47-yard line. That's a
Tigers.
gain of 2.
Tigers working awful hard. They're calling him
They're going
short.
to bring up 4th and about 1, Jim. Somebody had a shot at him back there, but he stiff-armed him and got around him, but he made him go wide enough to where his pursuit caught him.
Yeah, and that seems to be a trademark of this edition of the Tiger defense. I mean, the first guy, he just balls out to get there and make something happen.
Here we go, Jim. 4th and 1 for Patrick Henry from the Tigers' 47-yard line. Bush under center. Barks out the signals. He's going to run wide left. Danny Irving. Danny Irving working to the sideline, and the Tigers knocked him out of bounds. Tiger ball.
Okay, they're employing the crowd to get into it. I'm telling you, the crowd's in it, everybody's in it. Patrick Henry rolls the dice on the 50-yard line, and it wasn't a bad call on that part, but the Tiger defense many times tonight, many times early in the season, has come up when they needed to come up, and they were doing it right there.
Boy, Jim, Danny Irving showed some speed to get to Tom Bush going around the left. At first, it looked like he was going to roll out and just go to the sideline, but he failed to get there.
Yeah, he got there, and then Alan Sharp came over there to polish him off.
First down, Liberty Center, hand off to Perch like he runs left. He cuts upfield, puts his head down, drives. There's going to be a penalty in the backfield. Going to be holding on Liberty, probably.
I'm
They
not
threw
sure.
the flag at the feet of one of the Liberty Center linemen. A gain of 5 for Perchlik, but I think it's going to go for naught. They're going to. Actually, it's going to be behind the line of scrimmage at the 47-yard line.
As a hold. They're calling a hold against the Tigers, but that'll give everybody time to get their breath out there. But the Tiger defense, when they got to get stiff, they do, and put the ball up in the air as much as they do, Tom, and the Tiger defenders always got an answer for it.
Jim, since that penalty was behind the line of scrimmage, they marked off 10 yards from the infraction. That's a minus 13 yards for Liberty Center. Brings up a
25.
First and 25, 1st and 23 for Liberty Center. Brown under center, Elling behind him, quick pitch to Elling with Jeans in front of him. He cuts upfield, drives his way up over the 40 to about the 41-yard line, gain of 4. Will bring up 2nd and about 19, Jim.
Yeah, I didn't get much on that, but they got some nice blocking up there. I didn't get that number. I mean, they're making hits out there, and of course Patrick Henry would be doing all they can do to turn things around. That penalty was really put the Tigers in a hole.
Jim, 3:54 in the third period and counting. Liberty Center 2nd 19 from their own 41-yard line. They got a couple downs to get it, Jim. Brown straight back to pass. He releases the ball. Perfect pass. Guess who, Danny Irving? Up over the 50 to the 48. They're still going to be short of the first down.
How about Patrick Brown, though? He just stepped into it and just rifled it in there, and no floater there. A floater would have been picked, but he just guns it in there. Got the Tigers back on the Henry side of the 50-yard line.
Gain of 9 for Liberty Center on the Brown to Irving completion. Brings up 3rd and 9 from the Patrick Henry 49-yard line. Liberty Center leading 8-7. Brown under center, Elling behind him. Up, they're going to They're going to call a penalty right here. Somebody moved on the
Yeah,
right side of Liberty Center line.
Man on the right wasn't set, and he thought he wasn't where he needed to be. I believe that's Damian over there, Damian Mays. So then he got up to the line of scrimmage and got in a three-point stance, and they're not going to let him do that.
Well, wait a minute, Jim. They didn't call a penalty. They did not call a penalty on the play. They're still marking the ball at the 50, and Liberty Center called a timeout. Jim,
You're right.
Jim, it's just to show you what this game is of momentum. When Liberty came out at the first half or second half, it got the little bit of momentum, a couple good plays, the touchdown. Look how the momentum stayed.
Oh, exactly. I mean, that's a very fickle lady there, momentum, but you get it on your side, and that's just all the difference in the world. But the Tigers earned momentum. I mean, they earned it. They picked off passes when they needed to. They denied the running game when they needed to be able to control the ball and prevent the first downs by the Henrys. All right, we got a few more sponsors that we need to mention. KK Collision with Kyle Kern. Kyle does it all out there. We got Lil and Rod Bruns at Rainbow Stitches. Henry County Bank with Bill Wendt, 6 different locations throughout Henry County. Swanton Welding with the Zeider family.
Okay, we got 3rd and 9, Jim. 3:06 to go in the third period. Brown over center, barking out the signal. Elling's behind him. Mays in motion. Elling gets the handoff. He's in the backfield. They had him cornered. He's jugging around. He cuts back to his right.
Wow.
Big loss. Penalty flag comes in. I'm not sure what it is.
A lot of flags thrown there. We'll see. One flag in particular, and who knows where they're going.
That's a loss of about 12, 13 yards for Liberty Center.
But the Tigers trying hard to help him. I mean, I don't know. He made that handoff back there almost in the grasp. And a couple more Patriots right there. There was no place for him to go. Oh, wow.
As the penalties decline, they're going to want the ball back. Liberty Center's going to be forced to punt.
Yeah. All right, while they're doing that, we've got the more sponsors. The Dugout with Steve and Catherine Parasini. Hill Asphalt Paving with Randy and Patty Hill. Trucker's Paradise with Lynn and Jerry Ripke, featuring pies and you know the rest. 57 of them at least.
Jim, we got Jacob Howard going to punt from back about his 25-yard line. Bush snap, gets away the punt. It's going to hit. They're going to field the ball at about the 30-yard line. He's swarmed under. The crowd wants a flag on Patrick Henry running into Jacob Howard, but I don't think they're going to get it.
No, I'm glad the Tiger punt protection is able to keep him off of Jacob Howard. I mean, he must have had 6 or 8 punts already, Spike, and that's been a wonderful weapon for the Tigers.
The Kuzel return brings the ball back out to the 36-yard line. Patrick Henry has it 1st and 10. Bush back to pass. He wants a long bomb deep. Damian Mays. Oh, he took it away from Mays. Unbelievable catch by Botcher, Zach Botcher, down the sideline.
Well, we got he heard Botcher going over the sideline. He did make a reception, but I thought Damian Mays had a pick there, and he had picked earlier, but offense was able to wrest it away, and so it's a completion and big yardage for Patrick Henry.
That's a 37-yard gain, Jim, by Patrick Henry to give him a first down deep in Liberty Center's territory.
Yeah, we got to keep working on these sponsors here. Sky Bank, also pretty shortly known as Huntington Bank in Liberty Center. We got the Spees Trailer Court. We got the Liberty Center Consulting Group with Mark and Jody Bly. That'd be the captain and all he does. B.A. Miller and Sons Trucking with Norma Miller and family. L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating with Bill Tiplady, Dan and Francis Brown. Davis Farm Services in Delta and Liberty Center. Karen Howell, head of that. Pizzanello's Pizza, home of the slice of pizza to go for $1. Craig and Sherry Myers on that. They have buffet hours 11 to 2 and 4 to 8. Miller Brothers Trucking with Skip Miller. Mitchell Farm Equipment with Tom, Pat, Barb, Mike Mitchell. The Meyer Badenhop Insurance Agency with Glenn. in the Napoleon office, and Bob and Marge Jurassics in LC, the Ken and Robin Carpenter family, the Liberty Center Athletic Booster Club, and of course John Slagle and the memory of Donnie Sharp and those yellow flags.
Jim, I'd like to put in a special plug here at no charge for Hills Asphalt Paving. Today, early this morning, before noon, Andrew Hill came up here with his painting machine, and if you look at the field tonight, he painted most of these lines. Now, they're pretty darn straight, aren't
well,
they?
they're beautiful. It is, and it is. He should indeed be acknowledged for that. Yep. Well, the Tiger Field is absolutely beautiful. It's just the perfect site to handle such a game of such importance. Again, it's just nice that there wasn't one of these earlier games in the rain played here, and thereby it's as nice a field as possible.
Andrew's older brother Nick went in the Hall of Fame tonight for Liberty Center. Okay, 1st and 10. Patrick Henry from the Liberty Center 27-yard line. Handoff to Kuzel off the left side. He's smothered under McClory and Joe Bodenbender.
Yeah, Quigley had a little something to say there, and Hefflinger was up there.
Short gain for Patrick Henry, about a yard or so. Be 2nd and 9 from Liberty Center's 26-yard line. 2:02 in the third period, clock running. Jim, that long pass has switched the field position quite a bit, but Liberty Center's trying to stand up again on defense. Bush under center, Cole straight behind him. Bush looks to pass, the rush is on. He gets out to the left, he throws way off balance. Danny Irving, Danny Irving off his fingertips and almost into the hands of a Patrick Henry receiver. Was that Andy Speed who had the pressure on Andy Bush back here? They made him throw it off his back end, and it was a wobbly duck down.
I'll tell you what, that was a very poor decision by the Patrick Henry quarterback, Spike. That pass should not have been thrown, because there was just no way he was going to get anything on that, and I was sure Liberty had a pick there, because they had a couple.
Not that I'm counting, Jim, but that's the 4th time tonight you've called me Spike.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, 3rd and 10 for Patrick Henry. Bush back to pass, the rush is on, he lobs it up again. Overthrown, pressured by McClory and Neff. Yeah. I'm not sure who the other guy was, but McClory is back there chasing him all over the place.
Yeah, and that kind of pressure is hard for a quarterback. They're not used to that. They like to be able to have some time, look at the whole field, and then just get there and rifle it. Now they're looking at a 4th down and 10.
Jim, you can notice the difference. When he gets a chance to drop back and set that back foot and throw it, he throws bullets. When he's throwing off his back leg, they kind of wobble out there.
Yep.
4th down and 10. Patrick Henry at the Liberty Center 27-yard line. 1:35 to go in the third period. Tigers lead 8-7. Bush straight back. He sets. Oh, he rolls to his right. Missed tackle down the sideline. Bush runs it. I think he's got the 1st down, Jim. He got down into about the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 13 yards. That's the 1st down. That's a backbreaker.
Yeah, Joe Bodenbender almost had him here. Joe was coming up. If he could have made that play, the Tigers would have stuffed him there. But he eluded Joe and was able to leg it up the sideline for that move the marker yardage.
Shades of John Elway running keeper against the Cleveland Browns all those years.
Yeah, well, Tiger defense has got their backs against the wall right now.
1st and 10, Patrick Henry. Cole with the ball, cuts off the right side. 41. And rambles on down to about the 3-4 yard line.
Perchlick on the stop, and 24 right there to say something about it too. Dan Irving, but they are breathing on the Tigers goal line.
Gain of 10 yards. I think they're dropping the chains. That's 1st and goal from the 4. 1:20 to go in the third period. Patrick Henry knocking on the door big time, Jim.
Yeah, their best rushing play's been the quarterback keeper.
Bush takes the ball, hands to Cole. He's smothered under, but he dives down to about the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal from about the 1. They had him back there in the back, or at the line of scrimmage, and he fell forward, Jim, for about 3 yards. 51 seconds left in the third period. Tigers still cling to an 8-7 lead. 2nd down and goal Patrick Henry taking their own sweet time getting the play in. Maybe we are not due for a delay game. Bush under center, barks out to Signals, hands off to Cole, he dives up over the... Something happened! Tiger ball! Liberty Tiger ball! Tiger ball! Tiger ball! I have no idea who came out of that with a mass of humanity. Number 3, Hefflinger came up with the ball. Tiger's ball! Good golly, Jim. Wow! Holy
How many times have the Tigers fought them off inside the 20-yard line?
Jim.
This time it was first and goal on about the 4-yard line. Tigers hold, Tigers hold.
Jim, they got the ball in the end zone, which brings a touchback. Will bring the ball out to the 20. They get a little more breathing room. Now, they need to do something with it. Brown over center, calls out the Signals. Hand off to probably Elling. Yep, I do believe Elling is up to about the 22-yard line. Gain of about 2. I think the clock's going to run out in this quarter, Jim.
Yeah.
It's under 10 seconds. The clock is rolling.
Boy, that's got to be tough on the Patriots. How many times were they that close to the well and they broke their jaw?
Jim, that's the end of the third period. Tigers miraculously hang on to an 8-7 lead. When we come back, we'll have second and 8 for Liberty Center from their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, I agree.
Landis, what do you say? You ready? Okay, here we go. Beginning of the fourth period. Jim, how much excitement can we take?
I don't know.
Talk about those paddles earlier for our hearts?
Yeah. There's nobody going home, I'll tell you that.
Brown with the ball. He drops back to pass. The rush is on. He gets good protection. He cuts up the middle, dives forward to the 25. Gain of about 3. Bring up 3rd and 5 from the Liberty Center 25-yard line. Fourth quarter just started.
Yeah, I like that by Patrick Brown. He saw some grass up there. He didn't like what he saw on the pass, and he says, hey, I can carry this ball, and indeed he did. Patrick Brown is just showing a veteran attitude out there for the Tiger cornerback. It's his team. He knows what he wants to do, and he's pretty much doing what he wants to do.
The 6'3", 170-pound junior has been turned into a leader. In motion, Perchlik back to pass again. He looks, he throws deep. Caught! Intercepted!
There's a flag right there.
Intercepted by number 9 for Patrick Henry. He brings it back to the 25-yard line. We got a flag down on the play. Not sure what's going to happen here.
I think...
Jim, I didn't see him intercepted. What a collision.
I didn't either. I was watching where it's going. I think the Patriots are going to get called here for bad traffic at the wrong spot.
Damian Mays got nailed down there, and they ended up with the ball. They're talking to Perchlik, the Tiger captain.
I think that pick is going to get wiped off.
Pass interference, Patrick Henry.
Yeah. All right. And you know that flag came out right away. It wasn't one of these, I think I'll throw this thing, and they're watching them bumping into each other down here, and he felt he had to call something, and that's how it is.
10-yard walk-off for Patrick Henry from the line of scrimmage. 15 yards up to the 40-yard line. Will give Liberty Center a first down. First and 10 from their own 40-yard line. The Patrick Henry fans don't like it too much, but, looked like a good call.
Yeah, well, there was certainly some bumping and shoving down there, and it just looked like the defense had too much of it.
Elling and Perchlik behind Brown. Hand off to Perchlik. He cuts to the right and back into the hole. Sweeps right. Cuts back into the hole behind Miller.
Yep, Miller trying to get there to get a block and helps his compadre up. And Tiger offensive line, they got to be getting a little tired here, but they are playing on a mission and they can feel it.
Gain of 3 yards on a Perchlik run. Brings up 2nd and 7 for Liberty Center from their own 43-yard line. 10:34 to go in the game. Liberty still clings to an 8-7 lead. Brown over center. Hand off to Perchlik again to right side. Follows his blocker. Deep in.
knocks into a Patriot attempted tackle. Yeah, pulls his way up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, big Andrew Schwab down there. Big number 76, the biggest man on the Tiger team down there, making it happen upfield, as well as some other Tigers. And Perchlik just galloping right up there, moves the sticks, eats the clock, gets inches closer to that Patrick Henry goal line.
Gain of about 12 yards for Jacob Perchlik, 190-pound senior. Brings the ball down over the 50 to the Patriot 45. Brown takes a handoff to Perchlik to the left. He stumbles over.
Yeah, he got tripped, or he'd have been running yet.
Yeah.
So Tigers mixing it up pretty good. I think the Patriots aren't sure who's going to get the ball out there. They're on their heels right now. Tiger offensive line is kind of owning that line of scrimmage right now, Tom Fry.
Jim, that's a gain of 7 or 8 yards for Perchlik to the left. It's Perchlik's right, Perchlik left. Maybe he'll go up the middle next. Okay, 2nd and 2 for Liberty Center at the Patrick Henry 37-yard line. They are moving the ball. 9:27 to go in the game. Clock moving. Handoff to Perchlik. He's going to be brought down in the backfield.
Yeah, Kyson linebackers there got through there and said no more of that, at least not for that play.
A gain of loss of about 4 or 5 yards for Liberty Center. Will bring up 3rd down and probably about 7 yards for Liberty from the Patrick Henry 42-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go in the game, Jim.
Yeah,
A first down would be big.
Oh, it would be very big.
That's an understatement.
Tom, to keep this drive alive and keep chewing on the clock.
Perchlik and Elling behind Brown. Brown rolls to his right. He's under heavy pressure. He's going to be sacked. He got rid of the ball, but they're going to call him down again over here.
Well,
Kozo was in on that play for Patrick Henry.
Yeah, I think that's a fair call. He clearly was in the grasp and going down, and he gave a little flip there. I don't know. That's the way Brett Favre does her there up at pro level. But good series there for the Tiger offense.
That'll bring up 4th down and 17 for Liberty Center. After a couple, 2 or 3 good Perchlik runs, they went straight backwards on 2 plays. Howard will stand at about his own 36-yard line.
It's blown dead. They don't like the way it's lined up there right now.
Timeout, Liberty Center. We're not quite sure. Okay. We'll come back after the timeout. Liberty still clings to an 8-7 lead with 8:06 to go in the 4th period. How are we doing for time?
Hey, you want me to read these?
You gonna read those again?
Yeah. All right, TV5 sponsors. We apologize for not getting them on oftener, but they got your porch coaches, lots of them there. You got Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry, Railside Meat Market with Bob Miller, Dan Hefflinger, Maritime Realty, Tiger Shop with Bob, Shaddy, Holgate Metal Fab, KK Collision, Lil and Ron Bruns, Henry County Bank, Swanton Welding, The Dugout, Hill Asphalt Paving, and we're ready for football here, Tom.
Howard awaits a snap from Bush. Howard gets the ball away real quick. Koza will grab it at the 25-yard line and brought down by Danny Irving. What a game Danny Irving's having.
Oh, he does. He does it on defense. He does it on coverage. He's done it on offense.
Jim, that punt wasn't very high in the air. How did he get down there that quick?
Well, I don't know, but I think the pressure is beginning to get there pretty close to Jacob Howard's leg, and so he was in a hurry punting that. Maybe didn't get all the distance that we like to have him get, but gets him back there.
Bush under center, 1st and 10. Patrick Henry from their own 26-yard line. Bush bombs a long one deep. Damian Mace intercepts the ball! The 44-yard line of Liberty Center.
Yeah.
Jim! How much more can we take?
How about the turnovers? The Tigers, they need a pick. They just go after it. We don't have a quarterback, Bush there. He just throws that thing far as he can throw it and figures, hey, my man will get it. But the Tiger coverage is there tonight. The Tiger coverage is there.
Not only was the coverage good, but what a pair of hands to grab that ball with the receiver on your back trying to get it out of your hands. Well, 7:54 to play in the game. Liberty still leads 8-7. Damian Mays interception gives Liberty Center the ball at the Tiger 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Brown over center. Elling straight behind him. Hand off to Elling. He dives forward, squirts forward till a 45-yard line, a gain of 1. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Liberty Center, Jim.
Yeah, I haven't been marking the turnovers here that the Tigers have collected, but man, they got a fistful of them, Tom, and just seems like when Patrick Henry's about to get something started, they just reach up and do something, but you just got to love this defensive secondary for the Tigers. Of course, there was a line that was getting it done earlier.
Brown drops the ball from center,
Still gets
picks
the
it
yard.
back up. He falls forward for about a yard. Will bring up 3rd and 8. Jim, I noticed Chad McClory's in at a wing back on the left side on that play.
Yeah.
7:06 left in the game. Clock running. 3rd and 8 Liberty Center from their own 46-yard line. Jim, you think they'll put it up?
Oh, I think they'll have to because Patrick Henry, they kind of got an answer for the running game if they're pretty sure that's all they're going to see. So I think we can take a pass here.
About time to find big Mr. Quigley.
Yeah.
Back to pass. Quick throw. Incomplete. Attempted for
Number 8.
McClory.
Number 8.
Good defense on the play. He was right behind him.
Yeah, and that wouldn't have converted the first down anyway, so.
So Liberty goes 3 and out after the interception. Brings up 4th and 8 for Liberty Center.
Yep.
Jacob Howard will again punt the ball. He's standing back inside his 35-yard line.
Punt protection has just got to give him time.
Nice snap by Bush. Beautiful. Good long kick away from the returner. It's going to get a roll sideways. Going to go out of bounds. Boy, it's going to go backwards about 2 or 3 yards at about the 32-yard line. 18. That's about a 20-some yard punt, Jim. That was it hit. I thought it would roll on an angle towards the sideline, but it cut back and lost yardage.
Yeah, the key here with 6.5 minutes to go is to keep Patrick Henry playing out of their own half of the field, and the Tiger defense has been able to do that. In fact, the Tiger defenders have got a lot of confidence. I mean, they can cover these big red receivers and have done very well tonight.
Bush under center. Goes back to pass. He wants to throw. He commits it to Denton Saunders. He's hit immediately and drove to the ground by, help me out here, Jim. Derek Hefflinger.
Hefflinger was one. I think Damian Mays had something there. Yeah.
He caught that ball. No sooner as he caught it, he turned around. He got a face full of Tiger.
The Tigers will let them have all that play they want. They actually netted about a foot, maybe 2 foot on that.
Clock running. Under 6 minutes to go in the game. 2nd and 9, Patrick Henry from their own 33-yard line. Bush barks out the signal. Back to pass. He sets up. He's going to try it long again. Over there. He had his hands on it, but Andy Spees put a hit on him, and the ball came squirting out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, you know, that's 3rd and about 9.5 yards to go for first, so they got to have it first before they go for the home run ball. But that receiver had that in his hands. It was a perfectly thrown ball, but Andy Spees was there to rattle his teeth at the same time, and he couldn't hold it.
Jim, except for Hefflinger, these guys will all be back next year. Bush facing 3rd and 9 from his own 33-yard line, goes back to pass. They got to keep him. He throws it off his back foot. He caught the ball. He's hit immediately, but I think he got the first down.
I think that's going to work, but I tell you, that was
33 up to just past the 43, a gain of about 10. They're going to move the sticks.
Yeah, that was not a Hail Mary, but he put it up there, and we had that one defended, but you can't stop them all from getting
Jim,
completed.
I think he had a notion to run it, and all of a sudden his lane was blocked. He had to throw off his back foot and lob it up in the air. 1st and 10, Patrick Henry from their own 43-yard line. 5:30 to go in the game. Quick hitch. Quick slant pass. Caught by Mitch Leonard. I think he's the leading receiver.
Yeah, Damian Mays got him, but there was a good 9 yards on the pickup there with that clock still running.
Jim, I think we'll have to give him about 8 or 9. That's going to bring up 2nd and short from the Liberty Center 48-yard line. They got over midfield on that play. Under 5 minutes to go in the game. Bush under center. Hands off to Gary Cole up the middle. He's hit and drives. He's still driving ahead. First down, stops the clock with 4:54 to go. He's down to the 43-yard line of Liberty Center, gain of about 5. First and 10, Patrick Henry trailing 8-7 at the Liberty Center 43-yard line. Clock starts. Gonna be in the nail biter, Jim.
Oh, this is the finish.
Here comes a blitz from Liberty Center. They don't get through. Bush passes, complete. Out in the flats over there. He gets up over the 40.
About 5 yards, maybe. 4 yards.
They're going to spot it at the 39, a gain of 4. Will bring up 2nd and 6 from the Tiger 39-yard line.
Boy, conditioning is a big factor, Tom. I mean, I'm telling you, these kids are going all out every play.
He got out of bounds on that play to stop the clock. George is running the ball. They're cut through. He cuts up the middle. He's hit. Drives his way down to the 29-yard line.
Alan Sharp and Damian Mays on him there.
Gain of 10 yards. Another first down for Patrick Henry. Clock stopped as the sticks are moved. Jim, they're on the move again. One more time.
Yeah, I don't know how many times that Tiger defense can come up big when they have to, but they've got 29 precious yards to protect there.
Bush marks out the signal in a deep crouch. He throws again. Complete. Incomplete. They called it incomplete.
Yep.
About the 25-yard line. Good coverage by the Tigers on that play.
Very good coverage. The Tigers are there. The Tigers are there. So if Bush is going to do it by a pass, it has to be absolutely perfect, Tom.
Clock stopped with 4:21 to play in the game. Liberty Center hangs on to a 8-7 one-point lead. 2nd and 10, Patrick Henry from the Liberty Center 29-yard line. Bush looks over to Tiger defense. Goes back to pass. Pressure's on. McClory throws deep over the middle. It is caught. Touchdown, Patrick Henry. Down between 2 Liberty Center defenders. Bush lobbed the ball down.
2 flags up here on the line.
2 flags. We'll see what the call is.
They're talking it over. They're talking it over.
We're not sure what the call is going to be. They look like they're talking to Patrick Henry.
He's coming over to the coach to tell him.
Holding.
Yep.
Declined. Touchdown.
Yep. Well, the defense was there. He had a hard rush put on him that took everything Bush had in order to be able to make that pass. The coverage was out there, but it was a perfectly thrown ball, Tom.
Gary Cole will attempt the point after. 4:12 to go in the game. Patrick Henry has taken the lead 13-8 over Liberty Center. They attempt to make it 14-8. Kick is up. Kick is good. 14-8, Patrick Henry. 4:13 to go in the game. Jim? Yeah? Tigers have held on all night. They just cracked there a little bit. They have to get back in the game.
Oh, yeah. Well, they got plenty of clock, Tom, so it just amounts to executing, just putting that drive together and not making any mistakes. And, hey, they got plenty of clock to make it happen. But, boy, what a nail-biter. Still got a few more sponsors to get in. Tucker's Paradise, Skybank, Speed's Trailer Court, Liberty Center Consulting Group, B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking, L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating, Davis Farm Services, 2 branches, Pisanello's Pizza, Miller Brothers Trucking, Mitchell Farm Equipment, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, Ken and Robin Carpenter, Liberty Center Athletic Booster Club, John Slagle, and so forth. And we thank those sponsors that make it possible. And what a game, Tom.
Jim, I don't think either one of us have much of a voice left, do we? Anyway, 4:13 to go in the game. Patrick Henry to kick off to Liberty Center, standing deep for Liberty Center around inside their 10-yard line. Andy Spees and Damian Mays. It's a grounder. Andy Spees will hopefully field it. He picks it up at about the 12. Cuts back to the right side. Cuts upfield about the 20-yard line. run back of about 9-10 yards. Jim, first down Liberty Center from their own, that looks about the 20-yard line. 4:07 to go in the game. I guess it's a do or die, Jim.
Yeah, this drive kind of has to work, and that's decent field position starting on their own 20-yard line.
We got to remember, Jim,
It's got to move those sticks every 3 plays.
touchdown ties the game. Extra point wins it. 1st and 10, Liberty Center from their own 20-yard line. Brown back to pass. He's looking. Throws deep over the middle. Just over the intended receiver, Danny Irving. Jim, over here, I think I see Coach Barrett pointing at number 7 and 41. We're wide open on the right flats over here.
Yeah, he hasn't ever had a lot of time for the most part tonight, so he kind of knows where he wants to go with the ball, and sometimes he's not able to, take his reads and switch gears a couple times. So he was looking at Danny Irving pretty much all the way on that play.
2nd and 10, Liberty Center from their own 20-yard line. 4:01 to play in the game. Elling the lone setback. Pushlick on the wing. In motion is Mays. Hand off to Elling. Elling cuts to the right side. Cuts back inside. Oh, he takes a big hit. Struggling ahead to the 26 or 27-yard line. They're going to give him about 6 or 7 yards.
Oh, they got to give him all of that for that kind of effort. Make her 7.
He cut into the hole, went back to the outside, then cut back upfield again and struggled ahead to the, they're going to call it the 27, a gain of 7, 3rd and 3 for Liberty Center.
Well, that's a big play, Tom Fry. We got to move those sticks.
3:30 to play in the game. Brown over center. Elling straight behind him. Hand off to Jacob Pushlick. Pushlick dives, gets tripped up, stumbles ahead to the 28. They're only going to give him a yard. They'll bring up 4th and I think 2. 3:14 to play. Clock is running.
I think they got to go for this.
They've got about 4th and 1. They're going to call it.
We're not going to kick this away. We got to have this.
Damian Mays limps off the field, Jim.
Got to be able to get a half a yard when you need it, Tom Fry.
We need the first down. We'll stop the clock.
All right.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Down over center. Hand off to Elling. Elling is stuffed. He did not make it. He didn't even get to the line of scrimmage, Jim. Short of the first down.
No, he didn't make it, but, I admire that kind of effort because if you take, whether you're going to win or lose, it doesn't matter whether you lose by 2 touchdowns or what. You had to have that first down. Could we have gotten that first down? Then we had plenty of field and plenty of clock. So I like the call. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. But there's time yet. This Tiger defense has made miracles happen.
Jim, Patrick Henry's called a timeout on the 4th down stop. They got the ball back at the Tiger 28-yard line with 2:41 to go in the game. Patrick Henry leads 14-8. Doggone it.
Yeah.
First
Tiger
and 10 for
defense
Patrick
needs to-
Henry from the 28-yard line of Liberty Center.
Tigers need to
Bush
get their
is
hands
gonna
on the ball.
take it right up the middle. He is going to go. Quarterback keeper right up the middle into the end zone from 28 yards out.
Yeah, thinking about it, Tom Fry, that quarterback is about their best offensive weapon, at least in rushing the ball. And once he popped through there, he, didn't have that far to go. And I think it took a starch out of the Tigers that they couldn't get that 18 inches they needed to move the sticks. I mean, there was a timeout taken and everybody got their breath. But when it comes right down to it and they got out there, man, it was tough. But you just can't keep that big offense bottled up forever. And they just put a quick one up.
Jim, Patrick Henry trailed 8-7 just a couple minutes ago. Now have taken a 20-8 lead. Looking to make it 21 on the extra point by Gary Cole. And it is good. They are ahead 21-8 with 2:36 to go. 2:36 to go in the game. Jim, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, well,
No, he's out.
couldn't have played any harder. It's just that they're a big play team, and you can't shut them down forever.
Okay, Jim. 2:35 to go in the game. Patrick Henry has stretched their lead out to 21-8. Kickoff deep. Andy Spees will field it inside about the 1 yard line. He comes back, cuts to the outside, down the Patrick Henry sideline, gets knocked down about the 21 yard line. About a 20 yard return for Liberty Center.
Yep.
They will take over at I think they're about the 20 yard line, 1st and 10, Jim.
Yep, there's 2.5 minutes, Tom, and if the Tigers can strike, they've still got a chance, but they've got to drive the field and drive it pretty quickly. But we got to love these Tigers. Nobody give them any chance at all coming in this game, and they found a way to bottle up this big-time offense for all but the last 3 minutes of the game, practically.
Brown takes a snap, looks back, cover, throws to Damian Mays on a slant pattern, perfect throw. Clock will stop on moving of the chains. 11-yard gain brings the Tigers out to their own 31-yard line. 1st down and 10, 2:25 remaining.
Yeah, that's a pretty good first down there. It only took about 5 seconds.
He looked
off
like
the
he
clock.
wanted to throw it earlier, Jim, and he pulled it down and he threw it again as a perfect strike.
It was, and that's good quarterbacking because he was covered there when he first wanted to pull the trigger.
Brown rolls right, pressure's on. He is sacked back at the 24, 25-yard line.
Yeah, Tiger front has got to pick those guys up coming through there because he's got to have a little bit of time in order to make a play.
Jim, that's a loss of 7 on the sack. That'll bring up 2nd and 17. 1:48 on the clock moving. Brown takes a snap, hands off to Elling. Up the middle, he powers his way up to the 32-yard line. About the line of scrimmage before the sack. That will bring up 4th down and probably about 11 yards. 3rd and 11. I'm sorry, Jim, not 4th. 3rd and 11, 1:22, clock running. 21-8. Patrick Henry has the advantage.
Time for a big play right here. If they got it
back to pass. He is smothered under by the blitzer on the right side.
Yeah, well, what happened there, Quigley went out, and he usually blocks there. See, his spotter is over there on that tight end position, and he's got that side covered. Well, he went out into the pass route, and that left that bear open, and nobody in the backfield to pick up that rusher. So
it's a loss of 6 or 7 yards.
Patrick had to eat that one.
Back to 4th and 17 now for Liberty Center from their own 25-yard line. Clock running with under 40 seconds to go. Brown back to pass. He looks. He fires deep. Overthrown to Danny Irving. They got their feet crossed up, and he slid down to the ground around the 40-yard line. Patrick Henry will take over the ball at the Tiger 25 with only 32 seconds left and a 21-8 lead. What are you going to say afterwards? Just valiant fight.
Yeah, it was a heck of a football game.
Yep. What do you, Landis? Are you, Jim? They're lining up. They're going to take a knee.
Yeah.
I don't think Liberty Center nobody will stop the clock. The clock will continue to run. Patrick Henry, with I don't know how many turnovers tonight, have pulled one out of the fire, trailing 8-7 with only 4 minutes to go in the game. They took the lead, added on a couple late touchdowns to make it 21-8.
I would venture to say this might be the toughest game Patrick Henry has all year. These Tigers gave a good account of themselves. They fought, and they just couldn't keep them out right there at the end. But boy, they got to feel good about themselves. There's an awful lot of youth out there, and yet they fought hard. What a football game.
Jim, we have to close out here. We only got about a minute left on the tape. So final score, Patrick Henry 21, Liberty Center 8. But it was a heck of a ball game, Jim. We have to give both teams credit. And Spike will be back next week. We'll get him back on track. Good night, football fans from Liberty Center High School.